Yeah, sorry about that, but I'm back. So I was about to start the Divine Masculine part of this reading. I might make it 2 videos since it got cut off because somebody was at the door. But this is the new moon in Virgo, a tarot reading, just to see what kind of healing messages will come for the Divine Masculine collective. So I have the Nine of Swords, the Death card, which is not always a negative card, Ace of Cups in reverse, and the Sun, which is a positive card. So a lot of two major arcana. So these messages could be important. If your attention is being triggered, then this message is for you. Nine of Swords means that there's a lot of anxious energy coming to the surface in order to be healed and transformed into a more positive mindset, into a more positive effect to have on others. But before you can become more positive, you have to deal with your emotions. So the Ace of Cups being in reverse is telling me that some masculines are not quite effectively dealing with their emotions. They don't know really how to connect except by just kind of keeping that facade of that everything is fine and everything is just great for them, and they're having a hard time to admit that some things just are very heavy because they're going through a transformation right now. And the best way to deal with anxiety, depression, just fears coming to the surface is to acknowledge the fact that they're there. And this is a very hard lesson for a lot of masculines to learn, just dealing with their emotions and the fact that they have emotions and that they are down, without accepting it for yourself, dealing with it and finding a way to transform it first by embracing it first is different than just kind of dumping your emotional baggage onto others by venting, for example. That's what a lot of people are doing right now. Like, they're looking for people around them to talk to, which could be a good thing if it's like a shrink, but try to see and discern for yourself if you're not creating a toxic dynamic with other people because you are dealing with so many things and emotions and you just really don't know how to handle it, because that will compromise relationships. Even if they are new, then you are already starting off in an imbalanced way, and that is something you maybe shouldn't be wanting to create anymore, like imbalanced relations with the other sex, for example. Or I'm also getting that things are ending, so a lot of relationships are ending, and also keep in mind that the anxiety and the fears you're feeling, all those depressing feelings, it will pass. At one point, that too will pass. Once you allow yourself to feel. Then I have the Ace of Wands also in reverse. So there's a lot of impatient energy also, a lot of frustration in the Divine Masculine collective. Things are not going fast enough. They want to move forward. They want to feel positive emotions, but just be careful that you don't suppress your true feelings, that you don't suppress everything back down, because that will block your transformation. And this is a very transformational time we are in right now. The Death card can also mean like something inside of you is dying, but then after that it will be ready to be reborn. And that would be the aces. So I have two aces here, which both stand for new beginnings, but they're both in reverse. So with you not dealing with your emotions and pretending that everything is a-okay with you, or on the other hand, kind of dumping your shit on others, that's still not dealing with your emotions, even though you're talking about it and you are like acknowledging the fact that you feel a certain way, you're still not dealing with it internally. So that is something you need to do. Otherwise, there will be still no prospect on a new beginning, emotionally, relationship, romantically, or your creative endeavors, your creative choices, projects, things you want to achieve, and where you want to go, things to work out positively for you. You have to deal with your fears, your anxieties, and the situations that bring up fears, where you actually just try to run away into positivity, or you try to like suppress the transformation, the endings that are necessary. Maybe you have to just break it off with a certain person, or you have to break it off with a certain plan or idea you had for yourself, if you want to start fresh. You have to end things. And that is, you can, you have to deal with certain feelings inside of you. You're by yourself. You have to do it yourself. You cannot expect others to fix things for you or show you the way. You have to find it yourself, and you have to end something. That could be something within you, like dealing with your emotions, or like a literal situation with somebody, or something you're creating with somebody. That has to end, because deep down you already know, like, you have to start trying to listen to what your emotions are telling you. Because if a situation is stressing you out, then this is just your soul trying to speak to you that this situation is not right for you, because it's stressing you out. And stress is never, it's tensed, and things are supposed to flow and go, change and move. So I have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse too. So there's too many loose ends which are blocking your financial growth, your opportunities. So I have these new beginnings and financial flow, everything in reverse. Page of Swords, there's something that needs to be talked about. There needs to be open communication first about how a situation or a person is making you feel, and that you're stressed out, and that it has to end. Either the thing that is causing the stress has to be changed and transformed, or the relationship or the situation just really has to end in order for you to go towards a more positive future. And people often think that your finances and your emotional state of being, your romantic relationships, like it's all separate, but it's all connected. So it's all influencing each other. When you are not clear-headed, you are not in your right, you just don't feel good in your own skin, your work, everything else is also gonna be less fulfilling, and it's gonna be facing obstacles, or it's gonna stagnate because you are not in the right headspace. Temperance in reverse, and then the Knight of Cups. So you want to make sure you create balance from within for yourself. You find your center, you do centering practices, and for the masculines, that could be like working out, just taking a walk, going out for a run, things like that. Meditation, yoga, of course, always perfect to do. And once you find your center and you find your more positive outlook on your own future, only then can you come forward and offer yourself or a more loving, balanced bond with somebody else. So you have to find yourself first before you have to find that connection to yourself and the way to deal with everything that's going on for you before you create connections with others or you try to give your love to them. Like give the love you have inside of you to yourself first before you try to create and go create external bonds with anybody or start new cooperations or things like that. Make sure you are completely honest and open to yourself first about everything, so the good, the bad, and the ugly, all of it, before you move forward or try to move forward. Because if you don't do that, then everything you undertake right now is going to it's not going to work out. And that could be, like I said, that could have to do with your finances or your romantic relations. So find love for yourself first. Figure out what it is you love about yourself, what love is to you, how you want your life to be, how you want your relationships to be, what is important to you, and that what will make you happy. One last message. That is the 9 of Cups and then the 8 of Cups in reverse. So yeah, that kind of sums it up. Find your independence, the things that make you feel good without looking outside of yourself and trying to like bond and connect to others or work with others. You have to do it by yourself, for yourself first right now. So I hope this was helpful and I will hope to see you soon. Thank you for watching.